New intro, new show. Don't know how to start it, but we'll go like. Yeah, that's my beatboxing. Welcome everybody to the kitchen table that we do everything on. This show is gonna not reflect, but this show is the pilot for. We want to get into talking about issues that movie viewers have, that movie lovers have. Now we talked about this in our community's original origin. That we, by the time you had seen this, it had already been out a few days before. So if you don't know what this new show format is all about, look at that. I'll post the link right here. And you can check that out. But, so I wanted to get into what the future of movie theaters is like. Being that there's a downward trend in movie sales lately and an upward trend in people doing more home movies. Though. The video market is doing very, very well. Jarad is a prime example of of how home theater enthusiasts are making ends meet for their own perspective. I mean, how do you feel about?
It's not just home theater. It's not just movie people doing like I don't even have it, but there's that Fire Stick thing, and I'm not trying to like condone like anybody using stuff, so I'm not gonna tell you what the name of the program is, but you put the program in it and it gives you everything for free.
Yep.
Everything.
I know. I know.
You know, so
we all know somebody who has one.
Somebody.
It's just become. You could just watch it at home.
Yeah. But we're also talking about the experience. Yeah. So for the movie theater experience, like for us in the beginning, it was about the experience of being alone in a theater, in a darkened room with a big ass screen, and you feel like you're part of this movie.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's also been advances with 3D technology and
which we will be talking about later. But
the seats that move. I forgot what that was called.
D-box.
D-box, right? To make it a little bit more immersive. And those are all the things that movie theaters have done in order to get people back into the theaters because everyone was getting so used to it. Because now that we could afford these big screen 50, 60-inch TVs with stereophonic sound and stuff, most people aren't going to leave their houses
TVs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I could afford it. I just make it happen.
Yeah.
So
I made it happen, Cabin.
Being in the comfort of your own home compared to actually going out there and paying the astounding prices for movies these days. I mean, the reason the prices have jumped up from, I remember when I was going, it was like $1.50 to go see a movie. Before like long ass
$1.25 at one time.
Yeah. And now I'm damn near paying $18-20 just to go see a show on a Friday evening.
Yeah. And they're like, dude, like 16.
Plus, you got to buy a $7 popcorn and a $9 soda.
Dude, my water was $5.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, that's how. So ticket prices may seem like they're up. Ticket prices, sales may seem like they're up, but the reason they're up is because it's so expensive. The reason they're so expensive is all these technologies like 3D and IMAX and all this stuff. That's raising the price of the ticket costs. Yep. A lot of us can't really afford to do that all the time, so we stay at home.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you were to have it your way, would you rather see a movie in the theater, or does the theater experience matter, or do you like seeing stuff in your own house?
I'd rather just watch it at home.
Even if it was just like on a little 19-inch square box?
No, I wouldn't then. Not at all.
So obviously the ambiance matters to you.
Yeah, the sound, the picture, it all matters. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Now, how affordable is it to get some basic, something that for you to say that it's good entertainment?
I don't know. You could get a 4K TV these days for a 50-inch or 55-inch one. They're probably $700, $600.
Then in the audio that goes with it, probably like $200-$300 for
probably for
and speakers and stuff.
No, you don't even need that. You just get a sound bar nowadays.
Sound bar. Does the sound bar actually sound better than these discrete speakers on both sides, or like the 7.1 surround sound with subwoofers and stuff like that?
I don't know if I want to get into name brand stuff, but I have the sound bar. I have the most expensive sound bar you can buy.
And it does a lot of spatial audio?
Yeah, and I have the surround sound speakers that they also sell that you hook it all together with the app, and then it works. It works through the wirelessly through your house.
Okay.
And it's awesome. I mean, the bass sounds awesome. Everything sounds awesome in it.
We've watched movies at his house before.
We have. Yeah. Our first reaction video was actually done in his house.
Yep.
So, But you prefer your system compared to the theaters at this point in time?
Well, the theater's way louder, and you can listen to it way louder. I don't want to piss my neighbors off.
Oh, okay.
But you could buy all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to buy the same exact stuff that they have. You can't get the projector they have. I mean, you probably could if you had the money, but I don't know where you'd get the films. But
that's true.
But
Udi, what do you feel on that? Are you still good with home theater, or do you still like the theaters?
Well, here's the thing. It is such a different experience, either one. So to me, nothing will ever match going to a theater, in my mind. No matter how nice the TV is or the sound system or whatever. I get the convenience of going and being at home. You don't have to worry about, like, when we went to go see that one movie with a 6-week-old baby in front of us. Remember? And we're like, we went to go see All Eyes. Literally, at 10 o'clock showing with a 6-week-old in front of us.
Yeah.
So there was like, okay.
A 6-week-old baby,
In
and
the
they
movie
brought him in the
theater
theater, and I'm
at
like,
10 o'clock at night. It was probably younger than 6 weeks old.
Yep.
It was a little tiny.
It was
baby.
a little tiny. So I'm sitting there going, okay, so there.
And they brought it to a Tupac movie.
Yep. So it's not going to remember the Tupac movie, but still, I'm
No.
like, really? But anyway, my point is, like, so the certain aspects of wanting to stay at home, I understand. So when Jarad wants to stay home, I get it. It's like, I don't have to deal with any of that. I can be in my, I can be in my own house. I can pause it. I can bring my own food. I can drink what I want. I don't have to worry about this person. I don't have to worry about the variables. If my kid is making too much noise, I'll tell him to shut up. Like I'm watching a movie or whatever. Whatever it is. I get that. But to me, that's why I will always want to do an IMAX. Now, I hate how much the theaters have been pushing IMAX, or not IMAX. I'm sorry, XD.
Okay.
And how they're pushing XD, and that's fine. I appreciate it, but I'm like, if I don't watch an XD, I don't get the same experience. For me.
Okay.
So it's always like a step down for me when I don't watch a movie in XD. I love
like you could
bigger
actually
screen.
tell the difference from an XD compared to a 35 millimeter film.
Yep. I feel it. You can see it on the screen. It's a smaller screen. You can feel it doesn't feel as big. It doesn't look as big. It doesn't sound as big, and doesn't quite pull me in as much. Now, that being said, there's some movies that I don't care. I don't care about getting pulled into because it's not what it's there about. There are certain movies, like the one we just reviewed, and the bigger movies, I want to be pulled into it, feel like I'm in it. And XD does that. That's what I'm willing to pay because that's what I'm paying for. I recognize that I'm paying for that possible experience as opposed to not paying as much, going to standard movie, and then understanding that everything's going to be here. I want it here, regardless of how good the movie is. And we're talking about the movie experience itself. So, to me, I'm willing to pay that. So, I will always want to go to the theater because I like that. You're going to tell me, my first viewing of a Star Wars movie that got me into movies and the Star Wars was not at home. It was at a movie theater.
Yeah.
So that has been always ingrained in my brain, so that's why I don't think it'll ever pull it away. The only way it could pull it away is if I'm watching on a 90-inch screen and somehow it's more immersive or I feel like I'm more part of it, which I don't think you can accomplish at home.
No.
So to me, people who want to go at home, like Jarad, it's fine. It's convenient. I get that. But to me, no matter how much you want it to be a huge experience, it just won't be. It just will not know how. No matter how good your sound system is, no matter how great of a quality your TV is, whatever, it's just not going to be the same.
Okay. See, now I had this thing, like when watching movies with people, with strangers, like a whole room, like in one theater, it's a different feeling from watching it at home by yourself or just with a couple of people. So, for instance, like when I'm going to go see The Dark Knight, and there was that pencil scene with the Joker.
Right.
Like you had everyone in the room going, oh,
Yep.
oh, and like you felt it. Like that was like an amazing part. When I watched it by myself, it didn't have that same feeling.
Not quite.
I mean, there's also another part, very subtly with jokes, like in Captain America: Civil War. There's that scene where Cap was talking to what's her face, and the two are in the back of the Jeep, or not the Jeep, but the small little buggy,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like just smiling at them. It's like those little small jokes
Mm-hmm.
that you won't get at home by yourself. You can get it with a whole audience
Yep.
because they laugh at it, and it encourages laughter amongst everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I watch movies in the theaters because of that experience of being able to connect and laugh at the same things and be surprised and amused at the same things that other people have. I mean, it's just it's the energy from people is what actually gets me.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to watch stuff at home when I want to understand the movie. There's some movies like Ex Machina that you actually have to pay attention to realize how everything works together. Especially if it's like an intricate screenplay. Like you have like The Martian. Something like that I have to watch by myself with subtitles on because I don't know what half of the stuff and the terminology they're talking about is. So it's
I watch everything with subtitles on.
do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard for me to not to watch it with subtitles on because I don't understand.
hardly ever do.
Mm-hmm.
I hardly ever watch a movie with subtitles.
Like you don't care about the terms that they use.
Well,
Like,
okay, it depends on if I cannot pick up on what they're saying. Like if I cannot pick it up and I don't get it, then I will. But if I do, it'll only be for a moment. Then I'll turn it back off again.
yeah, I hate that you can't have subtitles in the theaters.
Yeah, you can. They have little devices. You
What?
can ask for them. Yep.
Yeah.
100%. They have
For,
little
for,
devices.
hearing, for hearing impaired.
You set them at your thing and
Mhm.
then they scroll.
You gotta pay
towards-
extra for that?
No, it's free.
What?
Yeah.
How did I not know this? I could have used that in
It's
so
for-
many
it-
films.
it is for the hearing impaired. That's
Yeah.
what it was originally designed for.
Yeah.
But
So we have been in the theater, you and I, when you
I have seen
you
those.
have seen
Yeah.
them.
Damn it.
It's like a little thing.
Remember, I
sitting-
pointed them to you. I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, dude, look, they're hearing impaired because they have the little screen that's going with the."
Well,
yeah.
damn. I would have more enjoyed the movie if I understood it.
Yeah.
Well,
Son of a bitch.
for Spider-Man, there you go.
So, why don't you go see the Sharks games?
What do you mean?
You watch them on TV at home, by yourself.
Why don't I?
That's the same thing to you. Why don't you go watch sports?
I do.
I'm not a sports dude.
Okay, but
No, but I do. A live event. I do.
wait. We went to one in like 5 years.
Well,
Seriously.
I've been to more than one in 5
But I'm
years.
sorry, but talk about it.
We have been
You're
more
like
to
it's
one.
all about the experience.
It is.
I go to the movies because it's the experience and because
but-
people
okay,
laugh and it makes
Movie
me laugh.
experience.
Okay,
What's
but
the
It's the same thing
okay,
for a
no,
sports
but,
event.
No,
Not really.
no,
Yeah, it is.
No. I see where you're going because I can agree with that because it is about the experience. The only difference is that going to a Sharks game is a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive each way minimum for
Okay.
us, and it is a whole day event. When we go to the movies, it's a 3-hour experience and you're done.
So you're saying if the Sharks was right here in Sacramento,
I would be there every
you'd
chance
be
I
there
could. Mhm.
every single
Yeah,
time.
if they ever put a minor league hockey team here in Sacramento, I will be there every night. I will try to get season tickets. Absolutely.
You
I
Okay,
would.
see that's more geared toward. I don't even watch sports games on
I don't.
TV. So
I do.
I'm talking about theater.
Hockey, but I like the sport.
Yeah. But when I'm talking about experience, okay, so I'm coming from a person who's very, very involved in stories. I like to be involved in stories. I like to know who the characters are and fall in love with them and stuff like that. Those are the things that interest me as a movie goer, as a movie lover. And it's exactly why I love theaters a little more than I do just watching it at home. It doesn't have that same chemistry.
yeah, but what do you
Hmm?
what are you watching on at home? How
Either-
big's the TV? 32.
Either my phone or my 40-inch.
Okay, 40. So the sound. Where's the sound
Sound
coming
is
from?
horrible because I always have
'Cause-
other things on.
So is it coming? Is the sound coming out of the TV? I mean, you're not.
No,
You're
the
totally-
sound's coming out of my. I only have a 2.1 surround sound now. So that's just the speakers and the sub, and that's it.
But it's apples and oranges.
I don't have a system.
No, but
Well,
if you could have the theater experience at home,
but you can't. That's my
that,
point.
that's not beyond the point.
Hell yeah, I'd stay at home.
That's what I'm saying. So
well, yeah, but you won't. That's my point. Is that you won't have it.
But
you why can't? What if you had the exact same stuff at the theater at your house?
Oh, then yeah.
Okay,
I mean, technology aside, I also still like knowing how other people react to something. Like, I mean, okay, maybe I'm not there yet, but eventually, if I come out with a film, I'm gonna go watch it with a bunch of people.
How about they make a movie? You have a giant TV at your house. You have your buddies over, and you rent the movie, and it costs you $50 to watch it, because it's a brand new movie, and they stream it directly to your house, and they got some box or some crap that so you can't pirate it, and then they stream in all the audio from everybody else who's watching it into your speakers. So when they're laughing, you hear them laugh over the movie, and it's like they're sitting there. Because when you're watching the movie, you're not looking at the people over here. You just hear them.
Okay. So this to me goes into a kind of a weird existential kind of thing.
See,
you're not
that.
connecting, but you're not connecting. It's a false connection. That's the same thing that these things give us. Okay, it's a false connection with people. Mm-hmm. I get your point, because when you're in a theater with people, we're here. We're not doing it over. We're doing this podcast face to face.
Yeah.
We're not doing it over a device. So to me, that will not ring true. So if you're looking for the connection of having people in the room, it's not going to be the same. You can get the reaction from the people who are with you, but if someone pipes in more mute, all it comes off as is a TV show with a laugh track.
How's that different from you sitting in a theater? You're in a black theater
because you're
staring
actually,
at the screen. You don't see anybody.
No, but you're actually there with
the only time you see people when the baby's crying in front of you. That's the only time you see people.
No, but the thing is, there is something we said about being in a room with people. You get a human connection with those people. It's who we are. It's how we are. It's how we operate as human beings. We connect better with somebody when we're in the same room.
So you're telling me you'd rather go hang out in a crowd of people than hang out by yourself?
I'm not. Leon is.
Oh,
Leon
okay.
says he likes that. I don't. To me, it's hit or miss. That is not why I go.
Yeah.
It really depends on the movie, though, too. Because I went to go see Ex Machina by myself, and I was alone by myself in the theater. So, I mean, that made it extra good for me. But there are some things that I do want to see what the reactions of other people are. Mm-hmm. And it allows me to see things from a different perspective than from my own idiosyncrasy.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in a movie enough to care about what other people are reacting to it, instead of watching the movie, you're watching the other people in the theater?
Pretty much.
Really? So how do you know what's going on in the movie?
I don't. I told you, I never know what's going on in the movie. I need subtitles, damn it. I spend the whole time trying to figure something out, and a lot of times I just give up.
I think, okay, so you want to go to the movies because you want to be around people. And Udi wants to go to the movies because he wants to have the sound in the video.
And the screen. Uh-huh.
Why can't you?
And the room. And the
why can't you
seats.
watch the movie with your friends at your house with a big TV and an awesome sound system?
It's not the same for me.
It's just what I'm not good enough to hang out with.
Here we go with that one.
I mean, seriously, what's the difference? I don't. You'd rather hang out with a bunch of strangers?
No.
See, it's the synergy of the people is what I'm trying to get at. It's the same. Okay, so it's the same principle as if you have actors who are trying to act in front of a green screen with a fake monster compared to them acting with an actual human being. I mean, the difference in God dang it, the difference in the connections, the way they interact with each other are going to be completely different. Like you could tell someone who's acting off of somebody else compared to someone who's acting off of imagination. I mean, they're just completely different things. That's the same way that I feel about going to a theater. Depending on what movie it is. If I want to go to the movie, see, that's the thing, though. It's really stupid. I don't really like people. I don't like hanging around a lot of people. I have this, I don't know what that fear is called, when you hate being around so many different people. Like, I can't go to the fair by myself. There's no way in hell. But I will go to a theater, not a full theater, but a theater with people in it, and just kind of revel in the atmosphere that's going on, especially when the movie's going on, and it's a comedy.
Well, it's dark; you don't see them. It's not like going to the fair.
Yeah, but like in a movie that's a comedy, it does make me feel. I'm not the laughing hard type of person that does that in theater, but it does actually make me do it when there's other people there, and I like the feeling that it gives me when I actually understand the joke. Sometimes it flies by me, but sometimes other people have to verbally.
Other people laugh, so you laugh. So you're like, don't want to sound
Pretty
weird.
much.
You don't want to be weird.
No, it's not even
Hey, that guy's not laughing.
No, they laugh for something that either they see, man, you are making these really complicated. So they laugh. It encourages laughter, but there's also those people who laugh. There's a lady that was laughing out of the blue for
you're
nothing.
You're the reason they put laugh tracks in all those comedies, like whatever the one you were trying to watch earlier today, and it was stupid. They were laughing all the time.
Him.
What the hell did you just say?
Him.
How I Met Your Mother. Mm-hmm. My God, I am not a freaking.
You like the laugh tracks.
What do you call those people who were into How I Met Your Mothers? But yeah, I didn't know. Him-yins?
I thought we were talking about.
Okay, can we get back on topic?
Why the movies aren't making much money anymore.
We're talking about the theater experience.
Yeah, but
versus. The home experience. Now, I remember Xbox a few years back. They tried to do that whole thing with Netflix when they brought every Xbox user into the same virtual theater.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those guys that was in there with a bunch of strangers. I pretty much told everybody to shut up. It was not the same as being in the theater, even though they claimed it was. But that didn't last very long either. I even tried to do it online with some of my friends on Xbox, like Ungata, and it didn't work. It was stupid.
Yeah, because that's the other thing too is like if you have too many people in uncontrolled areas, they forget their basic movie manners, in my mind. But you're always going to run across that. But at least a good majority of the people at a theater remember their basic movie manners. A good majority. We're talking about like 95% of them are. You may always have that one or two idiot moron that forgets the basic manners. But when you have in your home, you don't have that. You don't necessarily have that feel that need to maintain your manners. If you do something like that, then more talking, more yakking, more like, dude, like I'm trying to watch a film. It's like you can comment and whisper, and that's fine. But then you focus back in. I don't know. For me, I think if you're in your house, you feel a lot more comfortable. You're going to be a lot more verbal. You can talk a little bit more. And if you have a group of people, you may not jive. I don't know. Just me. Just saying.
I don't know. I think if you're watching a movie, you've all seen it before. You'd talk. But if we went and we were streaming a brand new movie, we're sitting at one of our houses and we're streaming Transformers, and we paid $50 or $60, whatever, to stream it at home, and when it's just brand new. Because that's kind of what what I've read online and what they're trying to talk about doing.
Mm-hmm. Are they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then
like a damn UFC fight?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the movies are brand new. But I don't know how it's going to work. But you wouldn't be talking. Nobody would talk during the movie.
I don't know.
If we were all in the same house?
If we were in the same room watching a movie we wanted to talk about and do a podcast on, we wouldn't talk.
Yeah, but that's because those are
I'm pretty sure we would be
I think
talking.
we would be, but even though we have rules in place for the podcast, so it's a little bit different.
We might be a little more vocal. I think
we already whisper to each other in the theaters.
Yeah, but
I do that all
short
the time.
and succinct, like, hey, boom, boom,
Like,
and then we're back.
That shit was stupid.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. So the future of where this is going is going to be interesting because this discussion alone points out where it's going to be difficult to figure out where it's going to go. Okay? Because we each have our own opinions on it. So I never want a theater to go away, ever.
I
actually think that if we did it in one of our houses, I would be pausing the movie and be like, hold on, let's talk about something real quick. That sucked. Play.
And that would annoy the hell out of me, and I'd want to throw the controller at your head. And I'm like, no, just watch the movie. See, when you go to the theater, again, you're in a darkened room, you're enjoying the space, the sound, and then you're looking at it, and you're gonna have to watch. You have to pay attention to the movie. And that's why I don't like it. Whenever you're at home and you have other influences coming in that don't follow that kind of structure of a movie theater, there is a structure when you're going. There's a code of conduct and ethics that you're supposed to. Ethics too far, but code of conduct you're supposed to follow. And if you don't follow those, there's like, dude, get out. Like, they'll kick you out. So when you're at your home with your buddy, it just to me, I'm like, I think I would be annoyed. Like, I think
your friends would have no manners.
No, but I'm thinking at that point, if I really want to watch a movie, it's just because, and it's not that they're being rude. No. It's just you're more comfortable. You're more comfortable, and then that code of conduct is removed from that venue at your house. Okay. It just is.
I also feel like you'd be the one that'd be on the phone playing games while watching the movie the whole time.
I wouldn't.
You sure? Because you do it during TV.
Well, I know, but that's TV.
Even movies that I bring over that you've never seen, you still do it. And you're like, dude, are you watching? I'm paying attention.
Because that tells you that I don't care. No, I don't know.
Multitasking my ass. Okay.
Either way. So that's what I'm saying. So
I think people at movie theaters I don't even know what I'm saying, but the movie theaters are too expensive.
Well, no.
That's gonna be my driving factor to staying at home always because I'm cheap.
He's frugal. You're frugal.
No,
but anyway,
I'm both.
Yeah.
But
no. And I understand.
That's going to be the main reason I have a nice TV, I have a nice sound system, I have a nice room, I have a nice couch.
Well, take advantage of that, yeah.
I'd much rather
dude,
sit
I can't
there
watch
and
movies
do
on
it.
your couch anyway. Dude, your couch puts me to sleep anyway.
But well, you can sit on the floor. But it's like I enjoy being at home. I enjoy my house.
I get that.
And I don't like being around people. Like, I don't like being around strangers and in a movie theater, like where there's no security.
I understand that. Like if I can
walk
into
go into a hockey game, like I know everybody in there's been checked. I'm cool. We're all there. We're gonna cheer and we're gonna get excited and it's safe.
That I know it's sad to say, but yeah, with what has happened in some theaters, you bet every time I walk into a theater now, I look at where my exits are.
No, I always do that Jason Bourne thing.
You always check.
It's like, how many exits are there? Okay, there's two people over there. Those people look suspect.
Yeah.
That guy over there is on his phone. He's speaking in Russian. What the hell's going on?
No, seriously. Like, if you watch us now, like, if there's ever a video of us walking and sitting down in a theater, I think you'll see all of us do the same thing. We sit down, we go.
Yeah. Everyone who walks around the corner with their popcorn, you're like, what are they doing? What are they wearing?
And then I always check where my exits are, and then I always go like this, and I tap my side. I'm like, there's my knife. Okay, we're good.
I always make sure that I have a path to an exit.
Yep,
it's like we're always in the middle, and like there's this partition here. It's like I could just jump down to the floor and run.
Yep. Or I'm thinking I'm gonna go run up here. I've got 2 aisles, and I can jump there, and go.
Yeah, and there's also that one that's always at the top. We can go down the stairs.
You don't do none of that at your house.
Yeah.
House will be booby traps. Like you open the door.
I get the point though.
Booby trap.
I get the point. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think that it's going to be. I think we're at a very interesting point with movie theaters in general because of the raising prices, and the raising prices. It's kind of becoming a. I hope they understand what's going on is because they're raising prices to meet a deficit, but then that is forcing more people out. So I don't know where the change is going to have to become.
There are going to be more gimmicks as they try to find ways to bring people out of their house.
And we're seeing that now with the D-Box and the recliner chairs. Like
all the luxury theaters that are going on.
One of Jared's favorite things, reserved seating, which I'm liking that too.
Really? You're liking the reserved seating?
I'm starting to like that, yeah.
Why is that?
Because I kind of like the fact that if you got a reserved seat, you don't have to worry about jumping. Same reason him. Yeah. Now, I don't need it, but it's nice. Like if I can get a good seat, and I don't have to be there early. I don't have to do all that stuff.
If you got a reserved seat to go see Star Wars on opening day,
done.
You know where you're sitting.
Yep.
You can show up when the movie starts and be there. You don't have to wait in line for 2 hours. Yep. That's
even though I'd still go because I like. But that's a whole different topic.
What do you mean you still go? You're going to go wait in line just because you enjoy it?
I would because I enjoy being around the people and talking Star Wars. But that's
I never really wait in line since I fandangle my stuff.
Well, I know you just go, but yeah.
But you still got to wait in. Like if people are waiting in line an hour before you get there, and there's 200 people in line, and you get there 30 minutes.
Like the line before you get into the theater.
Like to get into, they
I have a feeling you would still be doing that anyway, even if you did purchase.
Well, if you have a reserved seat, you know what seat you're going to sit in. But if you're the 201st person in that seat room and you got 2 other people, well, you need 3 seats all next to each other. And then you're going to end up in the front row.
And if you're in the back, you're going to be like, crap, they took all the good seats.
Yeah, you're going to you'll be looking up at the movie. You're like, oh, my neck, my neck, and my back.
I get that. But like I said, so that's why it's very interesting because no one knows exactly where everyone can sit there and say like, well, it's going to home, it's going to stream, it's going that, and there's good signs that it is, but I don't think movie theaters will ever go away. I could be way dead wrong, but I think there's too many people out there that enjoy the overall experience for it to go away. I think that is always going to be one of the things that make movies is that ability to completely pull you into that world. And in my opinion, it's a little bit more difficult to do that if you're in your world and they're trying to watch a movie to pull you out of that world. I'm like, when you go into a theater, you're literally pulling yourself out of the world that you normally are in, and you go into that. So if you go to whatever theater you go to, whatever seat you go to, there's part of that thing like, this is all unknown. We're in a new spot. We're going to watch a movie. We'll like to sit around here, and we have our preferences. But at the end of the day, that is still there. You're actually going to a physical, different place. You're removing yourself physically from your home into a theater, and therefore you're actually physically transforming your surroundings, and then you have that ability to jump in. To me, it's not nearly as easy unless the movie's super good or I'm super into it to just get pulled into a movie at home. I'm like, I'm going to get up and get a drink or something like that. it is not the same. No matter how much you can get the picture, you can get the sound, you can get all that stuff, it is still not the same because to me, you cannot pull yourself out into and even put yourself in a place that you can completely get pulled into that movie. That's just me. That's why theaters should never go away, and that's why they need to try to get the people who aren't as passionate. I guess the average moviegoer, the guy who doesn't really care. It's like I'm gonna go spend a buck on a movie or whatever. So I see why they're doing it.
Okay. Do you agree with some of the stuff that they're doing to bring people out of their homes, such as the whole cell phone thing in the back row? Some of the theaters are doing like, you can be on your cell phone in the back row. What's a designated spot for people back there?
Nope.
Even if you were in the front row, that would still bother you?
Yeah,
Why would that bother
because you're breaking general etiquette. Like, dude, if you want to do it, then you're the type who needs to be at home. Be at home. Be at home.
What about conversations on screen? Have you ever heard about that? Some of the theaters are doing where you could actually text the movie that you're watching and you'll see conversations like text messages on the screen.
No. Who would want that?
That's like Periscope.
Yeah.
No. Periscope is fine because you're commenting on a live event, but no, God, no.
Yeah, they're testing that out.
Yeah, no, that's a horrible idea.
Then there's the theater that are also doing the whole thing for when you don't have a babysitter and they're putting playgrounds in the front row of theaters.
Yeah, no. Again, no. No. All dumb. See, there are good things and there are bad things. There's a lot of bad. We're gonna get a lot of bad ideas until they figure out the mix. What I think is simple would be you get what the ones that are being more successful in my mind: the reserved seating, the reclined seating, the better sound, the better picture, the better food.
How do you feel about those food places, the ones that we go to, where they serve you the stuff and you don't ever have to leave your seat?
For the most part, that is okay because it's done properly.
Okay.
So as long as you do that properly, those are the places that are going to be successful in my mind. Those are the ones that are going to have a future. These ones going gimmicky, you're going to run because you're breaking the cardinal rule of the general etiquette of the movie. You break that rule, you're taken away, and you're getting pulled out of the movie. Again, most people are going to movies to get pulled out.
Yeah, that's going to go over like a fart in church.
Really,
they're going to drag you out of the movie. Then it's going to be like a United video. The security dragging some dude out of there screaming.
People get kicked out of theaters all the time.
No. That's
people get kicked out of theaters all the time.
That's not going to happen.
Yep.
It's
someone's
going to go in there and do it just so they get dragged out of there. What I'm saying, so they can make a video and be on Facebook.
You're missing what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is that the gimmicks are what's not going to last. That's what I'm saying.
What gimmicks?
The gimmicks like playgrounds and texting and all that.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah,
but
that stuff is not going to work. They're breaking that cardinal rule.
I've never seen somebody kicked out of a movie ever.
Really?
Yeah, never, not once.
I have never seen that either.
Never.
I have. I'm trying to think of what movie it was. It was because they would not be quiet, and someone went and complained. What movie was it? I mean, it's only happened once that I can think of, and they came over and just like, dude, you need to leave.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
And then
good luck with that in today's world.
And then I've also seen people get warned, like, "Hey, get off your phone." Like you're. I
can see that happening.
Yeah, and I've seen that.
You've gotten warned.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, we weren't. That was before the movie even started.
I know.
That
so
was
stupid.
Movie haven't even started. The guy's like, "You guys need to be off your cell phone." And I looked at them all. I know. I'm like, what's on the screen right now? Nothing.
Yeah, and then they go get security, and then security's like, "I'm going to take you out of here, sir," and then you're going to be like, film it, and you're going to go, You're gonna,
do you not know me at all?
I'm just kidding.
I know.
And then you're going to be like, put it on Facebook, I'm getting paid.
No.
So when movie theaters first came into fruition, everyone jumped to it. Everyone started going into it. No one had the ability to see it at home. Now that everybody has the ability to, or can cheaply or affordably see these movies at home, then the ticket prices started, or people stopped going to the theaters altogether. That's when the widescreen came in. And because home theaters, there were no way you can have a widescreen. I mean, this is pre-2001, before widescreen was really available to everybody. And that's how theaters from, I want to say, 70s to 2000s were bringing people in, because that was just a different experience altogether. But now everyone has widescreens in their house, so they had to think of a new way. What was that way? James Cameron led the way with 3D.
Yeah, but
and then now the 3D started coming in the house, they got to think of another way So I don't know what that way is going to be.
I don't know.
But the ticket prices are still dropping, especially for the last 3 years since 2015. I don't have graphs for this. I did read it. Maybe I should do that next time. So that's the reason ticket prices are escalating at the rate that they are, because people aren't coming. Mm-hmm. And now you're talking about they're going to do this whole UFC package looking thing with streaming day of digitals or something like that.
It wouldn't be a UFC package because that's like live.
Okay.
It would just be you would buy it and they would stream it to your house.
But you're saying they're like $40-$50 though?
That's what I was reading when I read
Lord.
a couple of different articles on. They were talking about $50 or $60.
Ugh.
Yeah, but when you go into a theater, we're paying. How much is an XD movie? $15.
Mm-hmm.
But we wouldn't be seeing an XD, so let's go with regular prices. Regular
11.
movie price is $11.50.
Mm-hmm.
$11.50 plus your popcorn.
I don't
$5.
popcorn anymore.
Okay, so let's say you get a
So
popcorn and a
another
drink.
20. Another 20.
No way.
Damn,
15.
$20.
Another
No
15.
way.
No, another
No,
12. Another
let's-
12.
I'd say another $6.
Yeah,
Seven.
it's
Wait,
Eight-
I'm talking about
$6.50 for a large.
popcorn and drink.
popcorn and drink.
Oh, okay.
Let's say
Like $13 altogether.
There you go.
so. Let's add that
20
on
bucks.
to our so $24.
24 bucks.
$24. So that's 24, 24, 24. That's $75.
Yeah.
So you would have to see it with other people.
Yeah,
Or
that would be
it would make the most sense
that would
to
be
do
the
that.
point. That would be the point. So that was exactly
See, for all,
because they don't know how many people are going to
no.
be sitting there watching the movie, so they can't charge you per
just
person.
I don't see that
I-
working out well.
I just don't think that's going to work.
like for people like me, I want to see it
Nope.
like right then and there,
Yep.
and I'm not going to pay $50 to go see it right then.
I
and
don't
there.
think it's going to work.
What? But you go see it at the movie theater.
No, not for $50.
No, but that's
At
it.
the
It
theater.
wouldn't be $50 if you're seeing it with more than one person.
Yeah, but that was
It'd
saying
be
you're,
less.
you're literally going to have to plan a lot more so you don't wind up overspending. And no, that idea is stupid. That is a gimmick idea in my mind. That is a gimmick idea to mine. That how many people? The reason why streaming it works now is because it's easy, convenient, and inexpensive, or not as expensive going to theater. If they take that away, then it won't work. So then you literally have to do a UFC type or a pay-per-view type scenario, which most people do is, let's get like 10, 15 people over, and then we're going to all pay, and it only makes it $5 a person. Yeah, but that doesn't work for movies, man. It just doesn't work. You need to, where's your space? How's that? And all, it becomes a whole a cluster. It's not going to work. That is a gimmick that's going to get tossed to the side. I
Yeah,
think.
but there's a lot of people who would just pay it just because they don't have to go to the movies.
Yeah, but I don't think there's nearly enough people out there that are going to pay $50 for a movie just because they want to go to a theater. There's just not enough. I don't think I can see them trying to pilot it, put a pilot program out there, but I think it'll fail. I think it'll flop.
Okay,
I disagree.
Yep.
we'll see what happens.
Yep.
See, now I'm fearing for the future of theaters and the future of home entertainment at this point in time.
We're in
I
a
feel
weird
like
spot.
I'm gonna
We're in a
end up
weird
being
spot.
a pirate.
Most
Yeah.
people don't care about the movie, how big it is, how it sounds. They don't care about 4K. They don't care about
You'd be surprised how
IMAX.
many people actually do care. I mean, you don't exactly have a metric, right?
No, but I mean, I know people that I know, and
And I know people like me who notice things in 4K that I would never
but
notice.
there's that. To me, the only people I know who would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see Star Wars in 4K or IMAX or XD," and then me or most other people, everybody I know, would just go see it in regular. The only people who would want to go see it in XD are you, Leon, and people that I know. That's about it.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people. I'm not saying that I don't know more than you,
Yep.
but I'm just saying out of everybody that I know, you two are the only ones that would pay more to go see it in XD.
Well,
Even me, I wouldn't pay more to go see it in XD.
But so I'm trying to stay on topic because this is a difficult topic because it spins us off into a whole bunch of little subtopics. And so to stay on point, because that is a whole other story, because XD they're trying to push as a separate ticket item, and because they've pushed it as a separate ticket, they've put a line, and because of that line, people don't want to do it. It is overcharged for it. So to me, if they would either raise the bottom ticket price or drop XD a little bit, I think that line would be blurred significantly. So
but then doesn't XT give you a little more I guess, features.
It gives you more value. It
Okay.
does, but I think the disparity between those two
Well, the
is
XD
too
theaters.
big.
And when we're talking about XD, we're talking about Century's, specifically Century proprietary
Yeah,
theaters.
yeah. So, but anyway, so again, so it's a difficult topic because all these things are different and feed into this topic at different levels. So everyone's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, clearly, again, we have three people at this table who love movies, but we each love everything for a whole different reason. So to me, that's where the problem is because they have put too much of a disparity between an XD showing and a standard showing, and that dollar, people don't want to make that dollar jump because they don't get that. But if you put those anywhere closer, I think you'd see those numbers change. I think if you say, look, you can go see this movie for $12, okay, standard thing, which you're used to, and then you can go see this movie with a bigger screen and better seating and better sound for $1 more or $1.50 more. What would you want to do? Oh, it's $1.50. Sure, I'll go over there. But it's not. It's like $4 or $5 difference. At $5, then you're kind of the average person like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend it. But if you make it a $2 difference, $100 says boom instantly. Those numbers next to go straight up. They will. I would guarantee because people can understand value if they're shown the value and if they're also told that you don't have to pay that much to get that much more. Trust me, I'm a salesman. I do it all the time, and I upsell people all the time, and it's worth it. And I'm not trying to upsell people just to upsell them. But when you explain the value of that, most people can make that jump. That is a problem between XD and standard. That's why most people are going to go like, no, if you're not really into movies, they're like, no, I'll save myself a couple bucks like you because I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you do have that closer, you're going to tell me that you would spend $1.50 more to see it in a bigger screen, bigger seating, and all that stuff.
That wouldn't be my concern at that point. If it was only $1, my concern at that point was what showing is showing at 7:30 when I want to go at 7:30. If it's XD and it's $1 more, well, I want to go at 7:30. But if it's XD and I want to go at 7:30 and XD is $5 or $6 more like it is now, I'll be like, oh, I'm not going to go to that one. I'll go to a different one.
See, so that's what I'm saying.
But,
so XD
but
was
mine,
only
that would be
$1.
based more on my time.
Okay, see, but then again, what you're going is proving
Yeah,
my point.
yeah, I
is
know.
that there would be less of a disparity, and then therefore
That's why I know I'm proving your point.
Yeah, you're proving my
But-
point. Yeah,
But that would be based on my time.
yeah, no, but I get that.
And
So-
I wouldn't care if I saw XD or not.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Yeah,
my point.
No, I get that, but I think again you would see that people would make that conscious decision a little bit more readily.
Yeah, but if
so.
the only way I would have to make a decision there is if they had the XD one starting at 7:30 and they had the regular one starting at 7:30 and the XD one was only $1 more.
Yep, I know.
That would the
Yep.
only time I would
Yep.
make a decision for
Yep.
$1.
Yep. Oh no, I get that.
But then they couldn't force you to go see the XD.
But then they couldn't force me to go see
That's
the
what I'm
XD.
saying.
But then my next decision, when I walked up to the thing, I'd be like, how many people are in the XD one? And they would say, oh, it's about 80%. I'd be like, how many people are in the regular one? Maybe it's like 20%. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to the regular one.
No, I get that. But again, what we're doing again, we're spinning off into a whole bunch of subtopics and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but no, not
nice
because
if-
you're bringing the price down together, and I'm telling you.
no, but I
like,
know, but we
I
already
would- I
spun off
still-
into a subtopic. Is what I'm trying to get.
Yeah,
I'm trying
that-
to pull it back over.
But
So it would be nice if theaters actually had like a real time tracking of like how many people are actually in the theater and then how many people bought tickets to whatever. And
they do for reserve seating.
do they?
Yeah,
Like
they
ahead of
show you the screen, and
you
can
see a screen and it'll tell you which ones are full and which ones are open.
Something that you could check in on your phone.
Yeah, you can go on Fandango and look
Yep, you can do it right now.
and see what tickets are bought.
Well, damn it.
And I wouldn't tell anybody to buy any tickets off Fandango because I think service charges are stupid.
Yep.
But
$250.
Yep.
yeah,
Anyway,
that's a whole nother topic.
as I said, so
Another whole other topic, a waste of money.
Yep.
See, I had a whole discussion about the seating of a movie theater, whether you believed the level seating where you're looking at a screen or whether you like the pyramid seating where everyone's staggered looking at a screen. I think that's a ripoff because it really doesn't matter if you're on a level screens, whatever level seating, you can still see the movie. But if you're on a stadium seating, well, I mean, what difference does it make?
I prefer stadiums.
preference. It's all
Really?
preference.
All day long.
Yep.
See,
All
I
preference.
had an argument why it was such a ripoff at one point. I'll probably bring that up next time. But, okay, I think that's going to do it for this first pilot. My God, did I not know how much Jarad would have so much input on this one topic. I'm kind of glad I brought it up now.
See, look, here's a Fandango.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that before because I
Yeah.
did that for
See, they're grayed
freaking
out.
Underworld.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
I was thinking if they could do that for theaters nowadays, like the general theaters, and just like right when you're buying, like they have the kiosks where you could buy the tickets and
Yeah.
so on them.
Right.
If you could just see how many people are actually in there, like, oh, screw that theater, let's go to that one instead.
Mhm.
That would be actually a
Yeah.
really good thing to have.
Yep.
We didn't even get into what does D-Box do again? That's just motion, right? And that's
Yeah.
like Days of Thunder Ride at Great America.
You can make like a 20-part video, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, well, damn it. Well, this show gives me a lot of more ideas for the future. If this is the type of thing that you guys like to talk about, please let us know. And if you have any comments on what we just thought about, do you guys like theaters or do you prefer to be at home, and why? The justification for that, because obviously we're all torn. I'm a little bit more confused now than I was starting in.
You're welcome.
You bastards. And I have more to think about as far as theaters are concerned. But I also see theaters not going away either. I still see theaters as a viable way for movie productions to get the word out. Although there are a lot of movie productions that are doing it strictly to digital, where you have a lot of independent films that are doing day one digitals that you've probably seen for $14.99 at a time. And then, I mean, most of them are indie films that are doing that.
Yep.
I don't know if the big budget ones are going to do that because they're still playing the whole movie route, because I guess that's still a good income stream for them
For now, yeah.
for
There's a
now.
lot of things that people thought wouldn't go away that went away.
I hope the unicorns go away. I'm not a big
No, I'm just
that
serious.
ad is just horrible.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of things that people thought wouldn't go away that went away.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see.
I just kind of hope 3D goes away, but that'll be a topic
Yeah.
for another day.
For another bit. Yeah.
But I will say that 3D is horrible in my eyes. Like literally in my eyes. It's so dark I can't see anything. So that's it for this episode. Next episode, I'll think of something. Leave comments below. Theaters, home theaters. Are you down with it? And why? And as always, I have been Leon. That is Hury. This is Jarad. And everything you want to know about us will be found at BAD48.com. You can also find our spoiler reviews and our bite-sized reviews if you haven't seen them already. BAD48.com. And we will see you next time.